All right, Ron, thanks very much. Yes, David Booth just getting congratulations from Chris Higgins on your tie. Looking pretty sharp. Hey, let's start with that. This is how you look coming into the building tonight. Oh. Did you get dressed in the dark or what?
No, that's a great tie. It was a gift from one of my good friends. So
but your collar is like this.
I didn't think you guys would be filming. Usually I could slip in without anyone seeing me.
Well, you're looking a lot tidier now.
Thank you.
You are the Canucks resident weird dude. And so from that respect, good to have you on the show tonight, because for the last 10 games or so, you've been one of the team's better players. Let's get right to your weirdness. Here's a picture that went viral this week.
Oh, man. See, I don't think that's weird. I think that's one of the coolest things I've ever done, but I guess a lot of people would consider that maybe a little different, kissing a grizzly bear, but like I said, that's one of the coolest things I've ever done.
In the wild, you can smell them from 100 yards away. How would being that close? It must have been horrible.
No, it wasn't too bad. You know what? I think it was just the adrenaline going where you don't really think about it. And I had to close my eyes just because I couldn't see. So, you know, I smelled them there, but I couldn't see them.
Leads us nicely into this tweet from R2K. Who exactly instigated the kiss? Was it you or the bear? And did the bear close his eyes?
I think we had mutual affection there. You know, we were both ready for it. He kind of, I was closing my eyes. It was pretty scary. But to be able to train a bear to know how to kiss you on the lips there.
Did it lick your face
cool.
too?
Oh yeah,
really.
In hindsight, I wish I would have opened my eyes a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess you're supposed to close your eyes when you give a kiss. I don't know.
So. Okay, and a tweet from Sammy Kelly just addressed this, but we'll get the official answer from you. What does grizzly bear breath smell like?
Oh, well, I guess there's not too many people that can answer that question. Like I said, I think I was just kind of more shocked by the situation than kind of remembering. But next time I kiss that. His name's Billy. Next time I kiss Billy, I'll try to remember a little bit.
We need the backstory, obviously. That's at the farm of Mark Dumas, who is a professional animal trainer.
Yep.
He and his wife train wild animals for movies. And how did you end up hooking up with him?
Yeah, I have a friend up here on a local Grouse Mountain. I have a good friend that takes care of the grizzly bears up there. And early in the year, he brought me up, put honey on my hand, and had a grizzly bear lick my fingers. It was through a cage, but he's like, oh, I got a friend that actually has hands-on. You can get right up close with him. And I was like, hey, I'd love to do that. So, you know, I jumped at that opportunity to go over there. He has wolves, eagles, polar bear, a cougar, so just a whole bunch of.
Now, polar bears can't be trained, can they?
Oh yeah, this guy,
really?
He swims with them. Like, he'll just lay down, and her name's Aggie. She's 18 years old, and it actually like thinks that Mark's its mates, you know. So if you talk to Mark, they tell you not to talk to Mark when he's in the pen with her, because she'll get really jealous and she'll come over and be pretty protective of him. So just seeing how they act like that, it was really cool.
It's amazing stuff. All right, well, let's move on to what happened here tonight. A thrilling victory by the Vancouver Canucks, especially the domination that the team showed in the third period. Was this a function of icing the healthiest lineup the Canucks have been able to ice in a while?
Yeah, you know what? We generated a lot of shots, which was, you know, very good against the LA Kings. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. And, you know, if you're going to put, you need to put shots on a goalie like Quick. You know, I thought we did that well. And he made some good saves, but able to get that second goal late in the game really paid off.
What was this conversation about at the start of the second period?
Start of the second? Oh, we both used sticks. He used a combat stick, and I used a mic stick. And both, I don't think, are in business anymore. So I think that's why we're getting a little chuckle.
That was it?
Yeah, I know. So I knew Brownie from
you gotta make up some better stuff than that.
Hey, I tell the truth. You know, well, I don't know what you guys want me to make up, but that's the truth.
We accept that. All right. Let's talk about your resurgence, David. Resurgence, and for that we have to go back to last March to get some context. Helped off the ice with a broken ankle in the game against Detroit here. Did it take, and we'll see it here, terrible injury, but did it take the better part of a year for you to recover?
You know what, it does. And when I had surgery, I remember the doctor telling me, you know what, you can get it done now, it's going to take you a year to recover, or you can try to rehab it, and maybe 3, 4, 5 years down the road, it might come back to kind of haunt you a little bit. So, you know, when he said that, I was like, you know what, I probably can come back 4 months, 5 months tops. You know, I work hard, I'll train, do all the rehab I can to get back. But, you know, in hindsight, he told me it took guys sometimes 2 years. A year was the minimum. So when he said that, I didn't really believe him. But looking back, I can just see how the game, you know, your agility on your skates and the way you read play and be able to react to things, it really did take a while to come back.
First game of the year here, I had that discussion with you in the dressing room because I had a catastrophic ankle injury 1 year myself, and I didn't have surgery. What made you decide surgery? Because you also said that you asked me about just rehabbing instead.
Yeah, and you know, I think the biggest thing is, you know, I think if I can keep my body healthy, it was a tough decision because I wanted to get back quicker rather than later. But looking back, I'm glad that it's going to be healed properly now, and then I can go forward. You know, I still think I got a lot of years left in me, and I don't want to be, you know, out of the game, you know, 4 or 5 years because of an ankle. So I think that was a major point, major decision, and you know, I'm glad I did it.
Until recently, then, it's been a very trying year for you. You started the year with another injury. You were sent to the minors on a conditioning assignment. You were a healthy scratch on some occasions. Very difficult stuff for you to handle. I'm just wondering if, you know, you heard the chatter about, you know, you were going to be a buyout, compliance buyout, and what you thought of it.
Yeah, you know, you don't really pay attention to the media, but you do hear things. And, you know, it would have been very easy to give up this year. Like you said, you know, when you hear buyout, you could think, okay, just start fresh next year, or, you know, getting sent to the minors or being healthy scratched, getting another injury. It would have been, you know, kind of easy just to say, you know what, all right, pack it in this year and I can train hard in the summer and get ready for next year. But, you know, you know, that never crossed my mind. I wanted to prove that I could play this year. And, you know, it was a time that, you know, as I said before, that my faith got me through it, and you know, really relying on that to go through some of the struggles I've had in my career.
All right, on that topic, a tweet from Ken. The injuries and the challenges you faced this year, how much of a test of your faith were they?
Yeah, it is. You know, within the Christian framework, it's very reassuring when you go through trials and suffering, because I think that draws you closer, you know, closer to God. If everything was so easy in life, you know, I think you have a tendency to think that you know, you're the strength, you know, that you're your own source of power, when I think it really comes from God Himself. And so when you go through trials like that, it kind of brings you closer. And even in the Bible, you know, it says you will go through troubles. And we, you know, God sent His only Son to go through the hardest suffering that I think humans will ever know. So it's very comforting to know that He's been through more than we'll ever go through.